Hey everybody, and welcome to week 10. We are starting Microsoft Excel this week. I'm going to just pop it open right here. Microsoft Excel has a green icon, whereas Word had a blue icon. We are creating workbooks in Microsoft Excel as opposed to documents, which was Microsoft Word was. If I open up a new blank workbook in Excel, you'll see that the workbook is comprised of spreadsheets. And that's typically what people refer to the file as spreadsheets, even though the whole entire file is actually a workbook. At the bottom, you'll see you have worksheets here or spreadsheets, and you can have multiple ones. Just going to give you a little tour. Microsoft Excel will look familiar to you because you have the different tabs at the top, just like you did in Microsoft Word. So the Home tab, the Insert tab, some of the tabs are going to be different. The Page Layout tab should be familiar as well. In Microsoft Excel, you see that you have an abundance of rectangles here. Each individual rectangle is called a cell, and each cell is identified by a letter, which represents the columns going across the top, and then a number, which represents the rows going down. There's an infinite amount of columns and rows. If I click on one, I can identify what cell it is in by looking at the name box, and it's G11, which I can also identify by just looking at the column and the row that it is in. Excel uses lots of formulas, so some people who are not huge fans of math seem to be intimidated by Excel. However, I want to assure you that most people who feel like they are going to dislike Excel actually end up liking it better than Word. Let me go ahead and close this real quick. And then let's just take a look in Blackboard for a second. So we are in week 10. This week you just have your Excel Training 1 and your Excel Project 1. For your Excel project this week, give it a second to open. There's no supporting file, so you just have your instruction file and your starting file. I downloaded both of them, and now I'm going to open them up. The instruction file still will continue to open in a Microsoft Word document. And then your starting file, which hid down here, that's my old Word doc. Let me close that out. My starting file is right here. So this is your file for the week, Project 1 for Excel. You'll notice that the first page you see is just your documentation spreadsheet. It just has your name on it and it has the name of the project that you're working on. So if you don't identify that that's what you're looking at, you might feel a little confused when you get to the first task. So you have to make sure you click down here on the budget summary tab. That'll take you to the actual worksheet that you'll be manipulating for your project. Where did my instructions go? Those are not it. Here they are. Okay, so just like with the Word project, the first step that you need to do after you download the files and open them is you have to change that file name from a 1 to a 2, and you do that the same way. You will go to File, Save As. You put your cursor all the way at the end of your file name. Make sure there's no extra numbers in the parentheses. You change the 1 to a 2, and you enter. You'll see the new file name at the top that you have here. That's it for your getting started. Then the project steps. I'm going to go ahead and just do number 1, possibly number 2 with you so that you can feel better acquainted and prepared to continue the project yourself. Josh Bartell is the Senior Director of the Pennsylvania Field Office for New Era Medical, a global company that manufactures medical equipment. He has created a worksheet summarizing the revenue and expenses for the first 3 quarters of the year. He asked for your help in determining what the Pennsylvania office needs to do to meet its targeted profit goals in the fourth quarter. So the revenue is how much money they made, and the expenses are how much money they paid out. You're going to go to the budget summary worksheet, cut the worksheet title from cell I1 and paste it in cell A1 to display the title in its expected location. So we're going to go over here and then look for I1. So that's the title of the spreadsheet, and for some reason it's over there. So I'm going to right click and cut it. You'll notice when you cut anything in Excel, it gives you a dotted line moving around the cell. Then I'm going to move my location to A1 and I am going to paste it. And now I have my title in the right location. And now I have completed task number 1. You can highlight your task as you complete them so you can keep your place. Number 2 says in cell E2, add the text number of so that the complete text appears as number of salespeople and more clearly identifies the value in cell G2. So we're looking for cell E2, and then up here in the top, I have a formula bar. So I can either double click in this cell directly down here to type, or I can go right up here to the formula bar and I can type there as well. So I'm going to add in the text number of salespeople, and then I can click in any other cell on the worksheet to get out of my space where I was working, and now you'll see number of salespeople. So that completed instruction task number 2, and I can highlight it. So you're going to continue to work on each task as you go, and if you have any questions along the way, feel free to send me an email.